BBC News with Sue Montgomery. President Zelensky has accused Russia of crimes against humanity after its latest round of bombardment targeting critical infrastructure led to rolling blackouts across Ukraine. Addressing an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council requested by Kiev, Mr. Zelensky said Russia had been methodically devastating cities with indiscriminate attacks. His comments have been voiced over by a translator.
Today is just one day, but we have received 70 missiles. That's the Russian formula of terror. This is all against our energy infrastructure. There is a hit also with the residential house damage. Hospitals, schools, transport, residential districts all suffer. The Russian terror led to a complete blackout, not just in Ukraine, but also in neighboring Moldova.
A court in Russia has extended the detention of an opposition politician, Ilya Yashin, ahead of his trial under draconian legislation designed to crack down on critics of President Putin's war in Ukraine. He can now be held till May next year, though his trial is due to start by the end of this month. Prosecutors accuse him of spreading fake information, something he denies, calling it political persecution. African leaders have declared a cessation of hostilities to start on Friday in eastern Congo, where M23 rebels have been making substantial gains in recent months. The statement was signed at the end of a mini-summit in Luanda, attended by the Rwandan Foreign Minister and the presidents of the DRC, Angola and Burundi. Our Africa regional editor, Mary Harper, has more details.
They're going to ask this rebel group, the M23, to withdraw from the areas it has occupied, and if it doesn't do so, it will be attacked by an East African regional force, which is poised to intervene. As the M23 were not at the talks, and they have, as far as we know, not made any statement yet, it's unclear what this really means, what it's really going to mean on the ground.
A Taliban official in eastern Afghanistan says 12 people, including 3 women, have been publicly flogged after they were found guilty of adultery and theft. A spokesman said the women were released after their punishment, while some men were sent to jail. Anbara Natarajan reports.
A crowd of about 5,000 people gathered to watch the floggings in a stadium in eastern Afghanistan. Those punished received between 21 and 39 lashes each. It comes days after the Taliban's supreme leader, Haibatullah Akhundzada, ordered judges to fully enforce aspects of the group's hardline version of Islamic law that includes public executions and stonings.
BBC News. The European Union says its mediation efforts have succeeded in defusing a row between Kosovo and Serbia that's prompted angry demonstrations among Kosovo's ethnic Serb minority. Kosovo had threatened to start fining drivers from Thursday if they continued to use car licence plates issued by Belgrade. The EU's Foreign Affairs Chief, Josep Borrell, says a deal has now been reached. A man has been arrested in connection with the killing on Sunday of 4 Chinese nationals at a farm in the U.S. state of Oklahoma, which grows medical marijuana. Wu Chin was arrested more than 2,000 kilometres away in Florida on Tuesday. Police were originally contacted about a hostage situation near the town of Hennessy, more than 100 kilometres north of Oklahoma City. Police in southern Portugal say they have dismantled a human trafficking network that imported foreigners to work under exploitative conditions on farms. Alison Roberts reports from Lisbon.
Wednesday's operation involved some 400 police who are said to have searched dozens of premises across the lower Alentejo region. According to a statement, 35 men and women were arrested, both foreign and Portuguese nationals, having been caught red-handed. As well as human trafficking, they are variously suspected of criminal association, money laundering and document forgery. Police said they had already identified several dozen victims who are now being cared for. The alleged ring is said to have enticed people to Portugal from countries such as Senegal, Morocco, Algeria, Romania, Moldova, India and Pakistan.
In another big upset in the Men's Football World Cup in Qatar, Japan, a team that's never made it even to the quarter-finals, came from behind to defeat 4-time champion Germany 2-1. The German coach, Hansi Flick, said the team was brutally disappointed and had to improve. BBC News.